Welcome to the Alflex podcast.
Hey folks, my name is Alex. Welcome back to Alflex podcast. So today I want to shoot a video on taking a step and never looking back again, because as a matter of fact, we are just a decision away from achieving what we want in life. Just one step away, just one, to be in a position of getting where we want in life. And that step only comes when we realize that we are just a decision away. For instance, look at this. If someone was to ask you, will you make 1K, 1 million Kenya shillings this year? You'd probably say, no, it's impossible, or something like that. Honestly speaking, like, fuck, 1 million Kenya shillings is not something easy to make. But what if that person told you your loved one is going to die, or maybe it's going to have a massive issue or such kind of a thing, or maybe something that you adore so much is going to happen, is going to just disappear or such kind of a thing, or to get really ill, really sick, and someone asked you, will you be able to make 1 million Kenya shillings this year? The highest possibility, a lot of people will say, I will do it. I will fucking do it, as long as my people don't perish. So the same thing with this. That is just a shift of decision. You see, those two people, those two scenarios indicate that you have the capacity. You have the capacity to do it. You have just not yet decided. Like you haven't yet decided to pull this shit off, because it is totally possible. It is totally possible to do something. And in the second scenario of that person being in a position of jeopardy, you can be in a position of sacrificing yourself so hard that you get that 1 million in 1 month. Honestly speaking, that is all it is. If someone told you, you can do this, you can make millions of money from doing this in the next 2 months, and you see your people are about to perish, or maybe your mom, your daughter, anything that you adore is about to go away from you, then you'll be in a position of committing yourself like crazy to pull that thing off, simply because at the end of the day, you know very well you have to pull this off, nothing else. There's no option of failure here, man. You have to understand this very well. Whenever you decide to make a decision, the option of failure is just an illusion. To you, you don't see failure in any way. You have to understand that very well. And that's something that it's very critical when you want to become successful. You have to understand very well. It's just a decision away. And if you're not in a position of embracing that decision, you are simply fucked. For instance, you are lazy. You are lazy and you are not in a position of sacrificing what you have to sacrifice to get it. That means you can never be in a position of getting to that critical point of making a decision to becoming rich, to becoming successful, to go there and just achieve it. You are not yet in that decision. You're not yet at that juncture of making that decision, simply because, for instance, you are lazy, for instance, you are arrogant, you don't want to learn things, you think that whatever you know is enough for you to be successful, and you're simply fucked. You're simply fucked for thinking about that. So you have to understand, folks, a decision is enough to change your life. I've made mine. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do this shit, man. Whatever it now takes, that is what it is. Folks, you have to understand very well. If we get to that point of making a decision and just saying things have to change no matter what, then guess what? Things will definitely change. This is not a point of negotiation or such kind of a thing. You can't negotiate with what you want, especially when you want it the most. For instance, when you are hungry, you are super hungry, you have went without food for quite some while, there's no point you can you can wake up and then someone gives you some food and you say no, you can't. It's simply impossible, man. You are starving, bruv. You can eat anything, you see. And that is what it is, folks. The hunger within, the desire to get it. That's what that matters at the end of the day, you know. And that hunger will come from a point of decision making. When you say enough is enough, I'm gonna do this shit, whatever it freaking takes. And that is how life changes, you know. You know, a lot of these multi-billionaires who are self-made, if you look at what they did back in the days to become who they are today, these people had to make a decision. There is in no way they were in a position of just settling for nothing. They just decided, they just said, fuck it, I'm gonna pull this shit off, man. A lot of them came from poor backgrounds, especially the self-made billionaires. They came from poor backgrounds. They came from absolute poverty. They were inspired when they saw their loved ones get ill. They were inspired when they saw their loved ones died or such kind of a thing. They were inspired by the pain that they went through in life, and they were like, I'm gonna do this shit, man. Whatever it freaking takes, I'm going to change my life forever. And that is what they did. They just woke up and just decided to kill it. Let's do this shit, man. That is what they just said. Like, I'm gonna do this shit. Whatever it takes me now. I have nothing to lose. Let's go all in. And that is what it is. The same thing with you folks. The same thing with me. We have to make a decision to become successful. We have to make a decision to get what we want to get in life. I normally tell my friend Ezra most of the time, I get what I want and I don't give a fuck about anything else. I get what I want, period. I've trained my mind to understand that very well, simply because if I can alter my mind to think the way I want it to think, then guess what? I have total and absolute control of what I'm talking about. See? You have to be in a position of taking control of everything that is happening, because at the end of the day, it's all a decision away. You can't control anything else apart from your mind, and from your mind is where you make a decision to build something that you want, period. You know, everything, all we have control over in this life is how we think and how we respond to it. And that is something that it is worth monitoring on a daily basis. You have to understand very well, folks. A decision is enough to change your life. Just a decision, just flip off the switch and things change. It's just a decision, bro. So be in a position of doing it. As I was telling you, it's just a decision away, and that is something that we have to fight for, folks. I don't have much to talk about today, but I know very well that if you watched this video to this very end, you understand the essence of what I'm talking about. And that is something that we have to go out there and just decide. Just decide leaving your mom's home, and just going out there and just doing something. Just decide. Pull off your companies. Just decide to just chase that dream. Period. Nothing else. Nothing more. Nothing less. Period. I'm gonna do this shit. So, folks, I don't have much to say. I have to see you at the top, and I really want us to be successful. I really want us to be successful, and that is the only way we can be in a position of appreciating what life is all about. So be the best. See you at the top. Adios.